In the first video, we realized that our lives are just a circle around the brain, starting with the right, connecting with the left, and back to where we started. We also realized that our planet is no different, and that inside the womb the fetus goes through the same route around the brain. Now let's see how this specific point our planet is in is affecting our lives. If the point where the right side and the left side meet is the point of puberty, the point where we move from the creative right brain of a child into the logical, analytical brain of an adult, then we should be hitting puberty in the middle of our lives, around the age of 40, because the right side of our brain is just as big as the left side. So how is it possible that puberty shows up a lot earlier than that? The reason we hit puberty earlier has everything to do with the place our planet is in along its current cycle around the brain. The further our planet moves into the realm of the left side of the brain, the more we as a collective move along with it. We like to think modern medicine is responsible for our lives getting longer, but our lives are not really getting longer. It's only the left side of our life, our adult side, that's getting longer, when the right side of our life, or our child side, is getting shorter. Have you noticed how the age of puberty is going down drastically? When one side of our brain is getting longer, the other side is paying the price. This is why we have an imbalance towards the left side of our brain, because the cycle our planet's brain is in right now is deep into the left side. This is why today people value analytical thinking and everything else associated with the left side of the brain, while we turn our backs to our somewhat childish creative right side. Our lives are completely dictated by the place we are personally around the brain in our own lives, being a child or an adult. But this child or adult will be influenced completely by the point around the brain where our planet is located. Every day that goes by means we delve deeper into the left side of our planet's brain, which is making the adult half of our life grow longer, while the age of puberty will keep dropping into the single digits. Where does it end? How low can nature go? Could a child hit puberty at age 5 or 6? The answer is no. This is just another reminder that our current cycle is coming to a close. Moving into the next cycle will also mean moving into the right side of our brain, with a substantial imbalance towards the right side to show for it. This is also a reminder of how connected we are to this planet. We are not individuals who are randomly walking around the surface. We are this planet's brain cells, and as such, the level of growth our planet is in will also determine the level of our growth as a collective, as the human part of this planet's brain. Now that we understand the importance of where we are in each cycle going around either our own brain individually or our planet's brain collectively, we can take a step forward and ask what happened when our planet was still deep into the right side of the brain. In the beginning of this current cycle, when we just showed up here, we also had an imbalance in our brain, except this time the imbalance was towards the right side. This means that people who lived here back then only hit puberty towards the end of their lives. Sounds a bit weird, doesn't it? But if you really think about it, the first humans had no experience yet. They were like children, individually and also collectively. The simplest things we now take for granted were being learned for the first time. In fact, puberty would have to come towards the end of one's life because the adult part of this current cycle didn't even exist yet. So there would be nothing to go into after puberty. Why do you think we have no memory of everything that happened to us in the beginning? Because even the adults back then were more like children. Like a child, we also had to learn the basics and go a long way before our collective memory could be established. At the time when we were taking our first steps as a collective, the right side of our brain was not only controlling our lives mentally, it was also affecting us physically. In the same way our left brain is making half of our life grow longer nowadays, so did the right side of our brain make the other half of our life grow much longer back then. And having our bodies reach puberty towards the end of our lives potentially means that our bodies could hold on for a really long time, with the lifespan unlike anything we see today. So, how low can our puberty go?